Welcome to the Chenango Forks Board of Education regular meeting, December 9th, 2021.
You are much too quiet.
Yeah.
We're starting the meeting now.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Thanks, Aaron.
Good evening. Welcome to the Chenango Forks Board of Education meeting, December 9th, 2021. Will the clerk please conduct roll call?
Amy O'Brien.
Here.
Mary Collins.
Here.
Michael Vavra.
Here.
Lynn Lockwood.
Here.
And Christine Webb. Here.
We have a quorum. I call this meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Three, consideration of executive session to discuss personnel issues. Motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Second.
Thank you, Christine. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Motion passed. Should be brief. Should be brief. Point one, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Brien. My first board meeting, I thought I'd start off on a positive note, and we wanted to give away some, give some recognitions to some of our fantastic students in the district. Our first group of students that we want to recognize tonight is in the band and chorus area, recognized for the area all-state selection. Huge selection, very similar to state championship, which we're also going to recognize a little bit later, my understanding. So we want to talk about that too. And it's a fantastic accomplishment. Had the opportunity to see these students perform a little bit earlier this week. I was very entertained, almost got a personal concert. So thank you very much for that. And just want to give them some awards right now and recognize them for their area all-state selection. Congratulations to them. And we'll read their names. What we'd like to do is read their names. They're going to come up and get a certificate and shake hands with our board members. And then we'll have you, if we can do like a group picture with our masks on, and if Maggie can find a good spot for us to snap a picture, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Just we'll go with Lynn and with our president and vice president. Okay, so first up we have, I don't know if is Jonathan here? Okay. Okay, yep. All right. So there's Jonathan. Yeah. Okay. And he's watching on Zoom at his appointment. He's there. You can hear the claps. Brendan Samsel. Brendan's here. Perfect. Yeah, we give a little line. Connor's here, right? Connor. Maddox, we saw Maddox make it in. Great. Maddox Stork.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you. Good job. Last and certainly not least, Jacob Vito. Thank you. Congratulations, Jacob. And could we have you come up just for a quick group picture with the board?
Got lucky enough. Thank you.
They're out of here. So we put them up front. Next up, I would like to invite Bill Christensen and Adam Krager from CDI and TAMCO to discuss the current status of our capital project.
I can honestly say it. Never mind. I'll leave it back. Thanks, Mr. Burkhardt. I'll be very, very brief. It's exciting time as we just, as Adam just brought the forms for you to sign tonight for Ms. O'Brien to sign and to Mr. Burkhardt to sign to go into SED. So we anticipate by early next week, your drawings will be uploaded. That's the first big step. I would say probably the biggest hurdle we go in a construction project. We also have requested that they do what's called a third party or an accelerated review of the project. So that is expected to come back out. Oh, we'll be optimistic, mid-January, realistically, probably into early February. So once those come back out, we will be certainly back here talking about the next steps. But tonight is exciting news. I would say it's been a journey that you're on. I realize that, but we are pretty comfortable where we're at with numbers. I think everyone wants to hear that. There's a little bit of work left to do, but there always is. But the most important thing is that those drawings are uploaded or will be uploaded. We've signed off on them. So the next step is to stick some shovels in the ground here in a few months. So on our end, once those drawings come back, we'll be talking about procurement a lot with you. We'll also be talking about logistics. And logistics is the fun part that really doesn't happen in the boardroom. That happens with Mr. Burkhardt and a lot of people that are here about how this is going to impact operations. How do we work around that? How do we maintain safety? That is one of the biggest, is probably the most important piece of the puzzle. How do we contain construction as far as in certain areas? And so a little bit more boring to talk about, not as exciting, but it's an essential piece of it, how, because we still need to obviously go to school every single day for the next couple of years. So we'll be back to talk about details, but exciting news. We are very pleased. We're at that point. We're right about where we wanted to be. Any sooner wouldn't have been a huge advantage for us. The main thing is that we're out by the first beginning part of the year. So certainly answer any questions you might have with that. Anything at all? Perfect. So like I said, our next steps will be waiting for comments back from state ed. We'll work with them. Adam will certainly answer any of their questions. We'll continue to move down the road, and you'll see us a whole lot more regularly now talking about where we're at in the process. So as soon as that, since it warms back up, and Saturday doesn't count with the 60 degrees, but as soon as it starts warming back up, we'll be talking about how we're going to get started right away. So, okay.
Thanks,
All
Bill.
right. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay, I think that, oh, we do have one more thing on our fire inspection schedule. You might have seen it in the attachment, but the overall, it's a quick report, is that everything came back good. We had a couple minor infractions. They weren't anything that would kick back or go against us. We were able to fix them on the spot with the great work of our building principals and for our supervisor of buildings and grounds. So we were able to fix those things immediately, and we passed
Thank you.
right away. So everything came back positive.
Very good.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you.
Point two. Principals report.
Hello.
Hi.
So I'm just gonna share some highlights from the elementary school. A couple things that happened during November. Our second grade student Thalia Brennan took home an award in the Binghamton American Chemical Society for a poetry contest. On Wednesday, November 10th, 14 fourth graders went to the elementary engineering day at BT Bosse's, and they really enjoyed that and built a machine together. On November 22nd and 23rd, the author Daniel Miller came to CFE. He actually did that free of charge for us because our fifth graders completed an online scavenger hunt and won this visit. And if you don't know Daniel Miller, he's a parent in our district, and he was great and came for 2 days for us so that we could spread out and do it COVID safe in the auditorium. So that was really exciting. That was our first in-person guest to come and do a presentation for the kids since COVID. So that was really exciting. Second grade class learned about rabbits as part of the Agriculture in the Classroom program, which is sponsored by Cornell Cooperative Extension. One fact they enjoyed was that rabbits' front teeth never stop growing. The CFE students who showed their character via gratitude were honored in November as well. And then as we go into December, I'm really excited to announce that we are going to start bringing back some of our in-person traditions that we have at CFE. Starting this weekend, we have our holiday basket handout that we're gonna be doing. And a big thank you to the team that put that together, especially Joel Peltz and Stephanie Muchler who had that committee. It's a lot of work, but they've done a great job. We are gonna have 3 holiday sing-alongs on the day before Christmas break. We're gonna do 2 grade levels at a time in the auditorium, but have it live in person. So we're really excited about that. If you've ever been to a CFE holiday sing-along, it's quite a thing. We're also gonna have high school elves come over and deliver our students Santa letters and read some holiday stories to all the grade levels. And our first grade will be performing their holidays around the world for their peers, and they've invited all the district administration. And every grade will be holding holiday parties as well, following their COVID guidelines. So that's kind of some things going on at CFE.
Thank you. Very good.
All right, middle school. So Calliope Brennan, 6th grader, she actually won first place in grade 6 through 8 in the 2021 National Chemistry Week Illustrated Poem Contest. So she was pretty excited about that. I reported last time that we had 8 students going to the engineering day. So I told you I'd let you know how they did. So there's 42 teams that competed. One team placed 10th and the other team placed 20th. So not too bad. And they didn't have a lot of practice either, so that was good for them. They were excited. For Veterans Day last month, our middle school students wrote thank you cards to all of our veterans, and that was delivered to Oxford Veterans Home and an American Legion. And then actually some veterans wrote us thank you cards back. How touched they were that our students took the time to do that. So that was pretty cool. Our student council continues their festive Fridays with different themes that students are enjoying, and they're also sponsoring a locker decorating contest, which has begun. And our staff is participating in a Deck the Halls event just to try to bring some holiday cheer to our building. A lot of the lights are LED, so let's save on our electric bill. And then we're also in the process of now writing holiday cards that will be delivered to the residents at Elizabeth Church Manor. So our student council will deliver those. Some upcoming events, our chorus concert will be live on Monday for the middle school and the high school. 4 students per singer, which will be nice. Then our drama club is producing Elf Junior, which will be on the 17th through the 19th. And those tickets are being sold currently. They're actually going to perform for our students on Wednesday afternoon because we can pull enough students out for the production so we can fit distance in the auditorium. Then our band concert is on the 20th. And then we will actually bring back our middle school holiday celebration on the 22nd with those proceeds that go to next year's Christmas basket fund. And we're also going to serve students and staff hot chocolate, cookies, and candy canes on that day too. So it should be fun. Goes by quick.
Thank you.
For the high school, well, in recognizing a need to support our students in the district, I've been working with Lori Corby, Mr. Burkhardt as well. John Sylvanik and Kathleen Caranta and I have been developing a work-based learning opportunity for some of our students. It's the Student Assistant Program. Through our STEAM Academy, we've been able to create part-time jobs as assistant cleaners in the district. This is going to benefit all buildings. We're in part of our early phases now where we're starting to collect some of the applications. With this and working with the STEAM Academy though, this is like we said, a work-based learning opportunity. So it's actually credit bearing as well, because we're going to be working with them on the application process, interviews, workplace etiquette, and just general best practices for while you're at work as well. So we're going to use this as a kind of our guinea pig, I guess, to see the effectiveness of it to potentially expand into other areas. We talked about some other tech-based supports that there's potentially there, as well as getting some students maybe in the bus garage area, just wherever there's needs within the district, and using some of our students and hopefully be able to pay them to do this as well. So it's going to benefit all. Just to piggyback on the holiday baskets, again, bringing back this tradition for non-perishable items to be distributed through our community here. They're being housed in our professional development room in the high school. Tomorrow, we're going to be using a lot of student power to help move these and get them over to the Chenango Forks Fire Hall, where they're going to be given out to families in the district on Saturday. So we're excited about that. And it's been obviously a whole district-wide thing, but just excited to have the high school portion of it right now, being able to help out with our muscles, I suppose, and moving a lot of the stuff. So going on with the holiday theme here, Bringing the spirit, we got the high school student council, who's recently decked our halls with a lot of the holiday spirit with the wreaths that are there and some trees. But also our art department has also been involved with this. They've recently started through the art club, decorating some of the interior windows, which is fun because they're kind of interactive, right? So one of them I saw was like an elf. And then you can put your head there and then you can take a picture. So definitely getting involved with our students and they're really enjoying that so far. Bringing back the Grecian Sing. So for those that are unfamiliar with it, it's been here forever. It's really kind of like to show our talents, our student body and their talents in front of the entire school. And this is supposed to take place on December 22nd. So we're still working through the logistics of that, but I think we're pretty well set. And then lastly, just to piggyback on the band and chorus concerts too, we're very excited about that being able to take place. So that's it for the high school for now.
And I just have to say for being new to the district, to come back from Thanksgiving break and see everything set up for the winter holidays, it really is, it's actually very exciting. You know, sometimes it's a long haul to come back from Thanksgiving break for the students, you know, coming back to school after a break like that and have to make it to Christmas or, you know, Thanksgiving or Hanukkah or the New Year's. And, you know, for them to come back with all the celebratory things decorated is fantastic. It's a great atmosphere. So you guys did a great job. I did also want to invite Mr. Hogan to present with the I think he had some special news to present with the building principals too today, if that's okay. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. We had an excellent fall in the athletic world. To start with, we signed 4 national letters of intent, which means they're signing to go to a D1 school or a D2 school. We had, and that's just in the fall. There's going to be some others as well. Piper Reed signed with Syracuse to run cross country there. Caden Olmstead signed with Siena to play lacrosse. Nick McCabe signed with St. Rose to play lacrosse. And on Monday, Tiara Ray is going to sign with Albany to also play lacrosse. So that's a big accomplishment. We also had 4 sectional championship teams. To put that in perspective, there's only 9 teams in the fall season. And this is not just league championships. This is all of the section. Our tennis team was sectional champions, cross country team, our cheer team, and our football team. Also, we had 2 individual champions in swim. Allison Dell was a diving champion, and Marissa Figueroa was the 100 breaststroke champion. We also had 2 New York State champions, the cheer team. Cody Smiter and his girls, they do just a remarkable job. If you've never seen them cheer, they are remarkable, and they continue to keep getting better and better. And our football team, as I mentioned, on behalf of our football team, I just want to say you cannot ask for a better community or a school district to play for. We have the best fans, the best support. We had elementary students make cards for the kids. Our varsity athletes appreciate that and enjoy that as much as I think the kids do. That's great. We had a send off with our middle school and high school. That was great. As we drove out of here, all the kids lined up all the way around the building. That was great. Our students, I tell our student section that I think our student section is the best no matter where we go. They all cheer for each other. Our football players go to the other sports teams and stuff. That is always nice to see. We really appreciate that. Alumni, parents, the parade with the fire trucks and stuff like that. It was just great to come back to. Our kids really loved that. Drove all the way back from Lowe's, all the way back to the school, and then getting off the school, seeing all the people here. It was just, it's like overwhelming even with the emails and the calls that we've had. We just really, really appreciate that a great deal. It's the best community ever. So thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
Thank you.
2.3 board report. I don't have any emails to discuss. As anyone else? No. Okay. 2.4. Committee reports. Okay, so I'm not gonna do this. It's first reading.
So they can just, the policy committee can just discuss that.
Okay.
So that's the-
The technology committee, Matt? Is this where we're talking about that? Hi, policy committee did meet and we are working on policy 1420R, which is in the agenda. I'm sorry. Thanks, Mary. That's in the agenda. This is a really important document that I would encourage everybody to look at. It discusses the chain complaints about curriculum or instruction materials so that we follow the chain of command and support the questions and comments that come in this way. So we are working on that right now.
Looks good so far. I read the entire thing.
Please do, and I'm encouraging everybody to, and if you have any questions, please let us know before we go to, we're gonna hopefully bring that to first read soon.
Yep, it's a good process.
Yeah. The second thing that we talked about, so Lori Porby, I know you're reviewing the committee selection with the building, is that correct?
That's true.
And then we added the communication chart within the document. So thank you for that. That's going forward. And then the second is we had a technology meeting, a technology policy that has been reviewed by the technology committee. They meet every other month, so bi-monthly. There's a we're working through to just make sure that there's a checks and balances within it. They referenced one document, so we were just reviewing that document, and also the handbook. There's going to be a sign off regarding the technology policy and policy technology use policy. So we just want to make sure that that signature is there, so all the staff and folks know what is the expectation of use. I think that's all I have.
Well, just to add to that.
Oh, thank
too,
you.
we now have- Well, I thought you were doing technology, sorry. We have NISBA policy update. Now we've hired to go over the different policies for us and tell us what needs to be added or what you can stay away from, you don't need to touch, so we can spend our time and focus on the ones that really need to be done. So we have that all ironed out and planned out, and we have that information, so it certainly makes our job much more thorough, I think.
The daunting task to go through, and so to be able to hone in on the ones that really need attention will be really helpful, so with our schedule, so. Right now, I believe it's about a 4-year schedule we were looking at to go through the entire list of policies. So if we want to push the most important ones up in the front.
Thank you. Okay, now new business, so old business, 4.1 policies for second reading and approval. Right. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to adopt policy 0100 non-discrimination policy and 0110 sexual harassment policy, exhibit and regulation. We have a motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Mary.
Second.
Thank you, Lynn. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Mike Fabra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Motion passed. Okay, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve 5.1 through 5.8.
Motion.
Thank you, Mary. Mike, I'll take you as a second.
Sure.
Okay, Mike. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Mike Fabra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Aye.
Motion passed. 6.1 through. Just this one.
Yeah.
And we want to congratulate Danielle Wood on her retirement. Thank you for your service, Danielle. 6.1, 6.2 are information only. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve 6.3 through 6.11. May I have a motion, please?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Christine.
Second.
Thank you, Mike. Discussion. like to thank the following for donations. A donation received in the amount of $50 from Mr. and Mrs. Shank. A donation in the amount of $488 from the high school student council. A donation in the amount of $50 from Mr. and Mrs. Hanses. A donation in the amount of $500 from Mr. Veticat and Ms. Hershey. A donation in the amount of $250 from Mr. and Mrs. William. Donation in the amount of $250 from Mr. and Mrs. Camp. And a donation in the amount of $200 from Mr. and Mrs. White. Thank you. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Aye, motion passed. 7.1, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion to approve the BOE minutes from the regular board meeting of October 14th, 2021, and the regular Board of Education meeting of October 28th, 2021, and the special meeting of November 11th, 2021, as attached. You have a motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mike. Discussion. I just want to thank Erin for her thorough minutes. She's doing a great job. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Michael Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood.
Aye.
And Christine Webb.
Motion passed. 8.1, consideration of executive session to discuss collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14 of the Civil Service Law and matters relating to a student. We have a motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Lynn. Discussion. Roll call.
Amy O'Brien.
Aye.
Mary Collins.
Aye.
Mike Vavra.
Aye.
Lynn Lockwood. And Christine Webb.
Motion passed. There is no anticipated action that we will be taking. So welcome to stay. Otherwise, have a very Merry Christmas, and we will not see you until the new year.